This is the first specialized nonprofit master's degree program in the country, and it's celebrating 35 years.
We are really impressed by the account of more than 612 alumni to date that came in to the program since the beginning of 35 years ago under the pioneering leadership of Professor Michael O'Neill. The slogan at USF, change the world from here, is probably the best exemplification in the MNA program. So thank you all for being part of this history. So I want to welcome you all and engage in this conversation with these panelists and network and celebrate together. Thank you all.
I graduated from the program I learned tonight in 2001.
Unlike Jeannie, I did the program in 22 months because you used to be able to take a test. And so that was 1995, just to date me.
See you all here and to meet some of you for the first time, to reacquaint with a number of people.
And I kind of want to give each of you a chance to talk about what needs to be done in the sector as an improvement to move us forward.
The number of organizations, in 1946 there were about 28,000 501c3 nonprofit charitable organizations, not counting religious organizations. Now there are 1 million. In so that's 70 years or something like that. The nonprofit sector currently employs about 15 million people, which is more civilians than are employed by the federal government and the 50 state governments combined. And so it's a really major part of our economy.
You might be startled to learn that in a region where we have growing poverty and 30% of our residents need some form of assistance to get by, well below 10% of all charitable giving makes its way to our community-based organizations. Another way to think about it is our philanthropy is starting to mirror our economic inequality, with disproportionately low percentages, meager 3, 5, 6%, making its way to organizations that focus on our most vulnerable.
So I think there's a lot of really creative things going on right now to figure out how do we work differently. And I think the nonprofit sector is uniquely positioned and actually compelled to be that space. And that those of us who are in management and leadership have the obligation to be in an experimental stance right now to say the status quo isn't working. This is going to be a long process. It's going to be another generation, I think, of not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There's a lot of important stuff that we've done in terms of strengthening management of nonprofits. But now I think we have to be the laboratory for truly inclusive workplaces that are, as I said in my opening remarks, not only multiracial, but experimental in figuring out ways to share power and share leadership so that we can facilitate that in the outside world.